Hello dearies, how are you all doing this beautiful day? I'm Eshna and I welcome you back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about an apparel fragrance. So a fragrance review with a twist. What does an apparel perfume mean? Is it any way different from our regular perfumes? I'll cover everything in detail, but for that you need to stick on till the end. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon next to it so that you're updated for all my future uploads. Now let's dive into the video, shall we? So the apparel perfume that I'm going to talk about today is Sonnet Tresor. This one was a recommendation by one of you, and I am going to talk about this natural, this is vaporizer natural spray. This one is mentioned apparel perfume at the back. This is all the details of the fragrance, and I will be covering every bit in detail. So starting with the packaging, like I talk about packaging. Packaging is something I am not impressed with at all. That is somewhere I guess this could have been like improved tons. I will show you why. So when I open this lid, you get a safety lid right here. When I open it, this is how your fragrance is housed. Pretty impressive. Why am I complaining? Because the fragrance doesn't come out. It is the lid that is coming out. I have to take out this lid again, then only my fragrance housed inside comes out. So at any point of time, if I want to store it in box and I want to take it out, I will have to take the lid out once and then the bottle. This is something I personally don't like. Even I don't know if any big fragrance house does that or not. Even if they do it, regardless of the size of the fragrance house or their popularity in the market, this is an inconvenience from the user's perspective. That is something I didn't like, so I wanted to call it out in the first place. Secondly, if I look at the design of the bottle, this part is nice, that it's transparent ombre effect of pink and moving towards a blackish base. It's nice. The golden part is okay to live with, but the problem is with the lid. The lid doesn't stick. I don't know whether this is something that is wrong in my version only, or this is how the perfume is supposed to be. People who have used it can please mention it in the comment section so that I can understand whether this is the feature of the packaging or this is how I have received a faulty one. I don't know about that. I am not very happy with the packaging. This doesn't look luxurious. It has been attempted, but this doesn't look luxurious in any way. And worst part, this is very wide. The width of it is too much to store on a vanity. Wherever you place it, it is going to take a huge amount of space unless you place it like this. This is the only way to store it. So at least then you need this amount of width area in the frontal part of your vanity, so that this can be stored like this, because any which ways you store it, it is going to take some space either in the height or the width. So this is something that I don't like, because I prefer compact bottles, because if they save space, then I like them a bit more. So that is from the packaging perspective. I like the design somewhat, but the practicality angle is not something that I'm a super fan of. Now let's move on to the actual fragrance, because packaging is only 20% of the fragrance but yes, it is the primary thing that attracts a person. That's why it's a very important thing. But if the fragrance is good, you can ignore a lot about its packaging and all that, right? The atomizer is golden and it's nice as well. No complaints about that, because it sprays fine. I don't know whether my camera picked that up, but it sprays fine. The mist that comes out is fine as well. Now, the notes for this are not disclosed anywhere, so I couldn't find any reference, but what I can sniff off is that this is clearly a white floral fragrance. There is no element of rose. Even if rose is there, it will be very muted. It is much toned down than the jasmine and the tuberose. These are two notes I can make out clearly. Even there might be a hint of white lilies if I am not wrong, but Mainly a floral fragrance, right up my alley. I like this scent of it quite a lot. No complaints as per the scent, but it is an apparel fragrance like the name suggests. So what does it mean? Apparel means clothes. So this perfume is meant to be sprayed on your clothes and not on your body. But yes, I sprayed it on my hand so that I can take a sniff. I won't be able to sniff it from here. That's why I sprayed it on my hands. So if you are a person who enjoys spraying fragrances on your clothes instead of your body, this will be a great purchase for you, because this is a soft, floral, fresh fragrance. It is something subtle. It will not be super offensive for anybody. It's a safe fragrance. But yes, only if you like white florals, tuberose and all that category of white florals, jasmine and everything, then only you will enjoy this. If you are a person who enjoys floral but more towards the cherry blossom, orange blossom or rose or those kind of thing, this is not your fragrance. I don't think you will enjoy it. Only if you like white florals, then only you will enjoy this fragrance. There is an inimitable, there is a clearly old world charm about this fragrance. I mean, this is a fragrance that reminds me of my childhood, because this is a very common fragrance. I'm sure if you get a sniff of this, you will be reminded of some aunt or some cousin who wore it when you were young. And it's a very, like I said, it's a very common, it's a very popular kind of scent. It's a generic one. It is not a very niche fragrance. By niche, I'm not saying from the price point, I'm saying from the uniqueness of the fragrance. It is not, it is straight up white florals. So that is it from the scent perspective. Now, if what is, like I said, what is the difference between an apparel perfume and a normal perfume? A normal perfume, you are supposed to spray it on your pulse points, which are here, close to your ears, back of the ears, here, which is your wrist, then somewhere here, which is your elbows, and maybe a bit here, and in Western countries they also spray it at the back of their knee, but I don't see the actual usage here, because in Western countries people mostly wear short clothes. It's not that nowadays we wear it in India as well, but it's not about everybody wear it. So I won't be asking people to sniff close to my knees, right? So it's a bit weird when you think it from an Indian perspective, or from a practicality perspective as well. I mean, who's going to, unless you have a baby who is coming and hugging you towards close to your knees, nobody will be smelling your knee area, at least. That's what I feel. So basically, those are the pulse points where you spray your perfume. But apparel fragrances, apparel perfumes are meant to be sprayed only on clothes. If you spray it on your hand or anywhere else, will it be harmful? No, it doesn't work that way. But it is something, it won't last, to be very frank, because I tried this on my clothes as well as on my skin, and I saw that on my skin it lasts not more than 2 hours. Frankly, it wears off very, very soon. But on clothes, it stays for a really, really long time. And if you are an oversprayer, I would suggest this one is something you are not supposed to overspray when you are putting on your clothes, because this is quite strong. This is not for the faint heart. People who enjoy only white florals, they will enjoy it. And of course, if you have an affinity towards strong fragrances, then only you will enjoy it. So that is pretty much it from the scent perspective. It is why it is called apparel, because it will shine more when you put it on your clothes. You will smell it even the next day. Trust me, I wore it on a kurti, and after washing it also, when I was pressing the kurti, I could get hints of that smell mixed with the detergent. So this is a great fragrance, because it clings onto the clothes like anything, which it doesn't work on the skin. So this is not something that is meant to be worn on skin as well. It has been clearly mentioned as apparel perfume. So that is what it is. So if you see, I have used up quite quite a bit, considering I have a lot of fragrances to try, and I use certain on a regular basis as well. So considering all of that, I have used up quite a bit. And if you think that this part is just for show, no, the fragrance starts from right here. This is the part where you get to, this is where you start seeing it, but the fragrance is starting from here itself. You get, this is the full quantity of the bottle. So I have used up quite a bit. So not a big fan of the packaging. Like the fragrance as an apparel perfume. But do I see myself purchasing this once this is over? No. Because I have a lot of fragrances and I love switching fragrances. I don't like to stay hooked onto one fragrance. That is because I love trying out a lot of fragrance. But is this a keeper? Yes, it is. If you are a person who likes consistency in their fragrances and they want to smell just the same way throughout the year, this is for you, especially for your clothes and not your skin. Yeah, it's a good one and you can give it a try. The longevity is good, the sillage is decent, it projects for a certain amount of time, and then if you pass, it leaves a trail. So it's a beautiful combination from the apparel perfume perspective. Of course, as a normal perfume, it doesn't fare well. It lasts on your body just about an hour or two, not more than that. So that is pretty much it for this fragrance. You get a 100 ml bottle and that retails for rupees. This is worn off 412 or something. I am not sure. This is a bit dissolved. I can't see, it is disappearing. I will check my order history and I will leave the pricing details on screen for you so that you're aware the exact price I paid and what is the exact price for this. I remember I had to pay shipping for this extra, which is something I'm not a big fan of. I don't like paying shipping or full price for any fragrance. And will I pay full price for this fragrance? No. It is good, but it is just an apparel perfume. It's not the regular kind of perfume that I enjoy. So once this is over, I'm not reaching out for this one again. But I will not say it's a bad fragrance. It's it's a good fragrance. So whoever recommended it to me, thank you for recommending this, because otherwise I would never have tried an apparel fragrance before. I have seen my cousins and aunts wear, my aunts wear apparel fragrances when I was young. So I never thought that way, that I will ever try it or I won't try it. But at least after using this, I know what it is and how I feel about it. It's good in every way. If I ever feel like putting something just on the clothes and not on myself, it's a great one for that. So yes, that's Sonnet Tresor for you. And we have come to the end of today's video. I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed watching it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and leave your thoughts about this video in the comment section. We can talk a little about this fragrance, or whether you liked it or not, whether you have used it, what do you think, are we on the same page or your thoughts are different. I will be eager to know that and we can have a discussion there. And before you leave this video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon next to it so that you're notified for all my future uploads. I will see you in my next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.